Hello, and thank you for joining me on another episode of the Tech Exec podcast, where we create teams worth leading and help you triple impact per engineer. I'm your host, Aviv Ben-Yosef, and today we'll be talking about thinking bigger. Before I get to that, I'm reminding you I have a new live stream package with 8 condensed live sessions you can join or watch recorded and help you become the leader your team deserves. Link in the show notes. Now, thinking bigger. None of us, I think, want to waste our time. But sometimes, in order to get to an achievement, we lower our expectations because we want to make sure we're going to hit them, even unconsciously. I see this all the time when I ask tech executives, how do they measure whether their team, their organizations, have done what they should have done this year? Oftentimes, the yardstick is, did my team do what was on the roadmap, what we committed to, or not? And in order to get to that goal, my team did what it said it was going to do, especially if you've gone through a few iterations of not achieving that. Sometimes we start lowering our expectations. We commit to less. And I say, think bigger. Can you raise the bar? You can and should be doing better. And I've seen it happen so many times with people. Because if we just start, fixing the game to make sure that we hit the results, is that really what we're here for? Is that what you want to be leading? Is that the sort of life that you're interested in? I know I'm not. I'm always interested in having so much fun when I'm working with leaders and organizations that are constantly trying to think bigger. What can we do that's even better? How can we do things even faster? Just imagine how things would look like if that was not an issue. If we could deliver things twice as fast, how would the product then change? How would the company's strategy would then change to leverage that? And yes, there are so many changes going on that you will likely be able to deliver some features way faster, be it because of AI or because of other changes. And therefore, I want you to already start thinking bigger. And if you don't do it, you'll be spending so much time and effort doing just average work. You can put in place processes and create a culture that drives the best out of people, including yourself. And to do that, to start thinking bigger, I want you to always, when you're in this objective setting mode, when you're thinking about the roadmap, and we're getting closer to the end of a quarter, people are already thinking about the next half of 2024, what are we going to do, how are we going to measure it, etc. I want you to think bigger. I want you to get your team to realize that you can and will be doing better. So we're not just aiming to do the same amount of work, the same stuff we did the last quarter, because this is not about typing faster the next quarter. This is about achieving more impact, and that rarely means more keyboard clicking. It means doing work that has a better impact because we understand what we're doing, because the team is so aligned with the business, because we're innovating and doing new things that allow us to achieve greater value for our clients faster. Think bigger. What are you going to be doing different in H2 than you did in H1 to make things even more awesome for your team in the next quarter? Do things you're proud of. And if you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like you can't even imagine how to get there, even though you know it should be possible, get some external expertise. Get someone else's viewpoint. Get someone to play devil's advocate and tell you, why does it have to be like that? Or what would happen if you changed that? That's something I do so often with my clients. I don't even know if it's possible to do things differently. Sometimes I think they're doing way better than I would have expected. And still, by just asking those questions genuinely, I get them to think about things. I get them to have this suspension of disbelief about this being the best way of doing things. And all of a sudden, they get ideas. Or they get the motivation to experiment some more and try again. And that's when they break through and get to the next leap in productivity. And that's an ongoing process that never ends. We get better and better and better. Because what else have we got to look forward to? Not getting better? Coasting? Slowly declining? Sorry, I'm not in that camp. I'm here to see amazing teams and amazing leaders achieve amazing results. And I'm saying amazing way too much. So let's end this amazing episode. If you have any comments, my email is in the show notes. And again, in the show notes, you're going to see my newsletter that comes out once a week with some amazing tips and the live stream package with 8 sessions with how to get you to be the best leader you can be, the leader your organization deserves. Thank you. I'll see you next week.